So hi everyone, Hans here from MDriven. I'm out in the woods trying to get some exercise after a week at the World Summit of AI in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. So I thought I should give some of my reflections, what I've learned from going there and what I saw. And my first reflection is that it was a lot about legislation and politics, people being afraid of unclear things. It's always like that. You don't understand. The first gut reaction is fear. And of course, most people at the conference were engineers. Not much fear there. They pretty much understand what's going on. But the invited guests and the keynote speakers were mostly people from legal and the politics arena. And good to hear, but not much to react to. Of course, they will get to know more stuff as time goes on, and there will probably be good reasons to legislate what happens with intellectual property and what happens to personal data and information theft. That put aside, what did I pick up more was probably the fact that as we move into the era of generative AI, where a lot of agents, a lot of programs can act pretty much as humans, we will probably pretty soon drown in bogus phone calls, bogus interviews, bogus emailing. Well, that already happened, I guess. And that will probably make us trust external senders and cold calls and everything that comes with that, even less than we do today. And as we trust it less, we will trust people we know and relations more. And the proof of being human will probably be a thing, like Sam Altman is doing with WorldCoin, being that having that thing that checks your iris to prove that you're a human. Could be a thing of the future, I guess. Phew, need to run a K or two between. So, further to my reflections on the actual engineers that had talks. One thing comes to mind, and that's the reflections. I will put the information up here about who did the talk. I don't have that here in the woods, but the reflections from this guy was that if you're doing an AI powered algorithm to do stuff for you, it's really crucial that you measure progress. So as all the algorithms that will deep learn to learn from incoming data will drift, and this drift could be good and it could be bad. But the reflection from the speaker was that if you have a constructed algorithm everyone sort of accepts the shortcomings and the limitations and what to expect. But when you have an AI algorithm that's a black box, people sort of get afraid if it doesn't deliver 100%. If it do a few misinterpretations, it's pretty fast that the leadership will move on you and wanted to shut it down because it isn't perfect. And that would probably not happen if it was a constructed algorithm. Then they would say that, well, that's expected. It won't catch all the RAN cases. But as soon as it's an AI, they sort of get afraid again that it will do something really bad and doesn't do what it should at all. So that's one of the reflections. Another talk that I went to, this guy was in sort of a broker in the transport industry, and he tried to use AI to predict what loads from the producers should go to what truckers, depending on the knowledge he had about the truckers and depending on the knowledge that he had on the loads. So that seemed like a fairly straightforward problem. But again, he suffered from too little data to actually train anything. Even if they had a lot of traffic, no one really told them if the algorithm did a good job or not, because there was pretty much no feedback, and that's to be expected from truckers doing trucking. They don't do feedback. And other things that he struggled with was that a lot of the information from the cargo holders, the producers, wasn't structured. It was like in free text, like what was needed to carry this load. Did you need certain equipment to truck it? Was it dangerous goods, etc.? And I was sort of surprised that he didn't use AI to categorize that part of the information, because that was the most obvious use case, to just put unstructured text into ChatGPT and have it structure it for you, like asking it different prompts. Is this describing dangerous goods? Yes, no. And to make create structure from that. So it was, I was both got new information from the speakers, but also was surprised that the obvious things wasn't followed through or researched. And it could be that I'm too have too little information to make those assumptions. But all in all, from the MDriven perspective, even if AI is a great thing to get order or to work with unstructured data and to get access to sentiment of unstructured data and to classify things, in the end of the day, everyone is looking for precision and engineered precision. Exact categorization, putting things in folders and putting the folders up on bookshelves, so to speak, metaphorically speaking. Of course, now we're doing it with IT, and we're doing it with classes and associations and all the instances of the objects that represent those that structure and definition. So I'm pretty confident that we're on the right track with MDriven, and that we are going to continue follow our path to actually remove the enormous work of using legacy code strategies to build information structures, when it's much easier done in diagrams like UML, and also much easier maintained, of course. So that's my reflection of the World Summit AI in the Netherlands, Amsterdam. What we also did was to visit the startup village outside of Amsterdam at the university area, or the sort of the tech hub, and we listened to a couple of startups using AI for different products, and all good. It was cool to see the startup community there. It was a really cool place, architectural wise, built of containers, and when it comes to the products, they were pretty straightforward applications of large language models in practice, like ChatGPT embedded, doing different stuff. One of them, I will put the link up here as well, was and I think that was a good one, taking any kind of text into making it shorter, a recording, audio recording, pulling the sentiment from the longer text, and according to their specialty, making it easier to remember once listenable. So the target audience was students, and the target producers that's going to buy this tool are people that produce academic books. And the other one was doing interviews powered by ChatGPT. So basically they had they were from marketing, and they from their perspective and their knowledge, they said that interviews are better than surveys, but interviews are hard to do manually because it takes a lot of time, and surveys are easier to do, but they sort of don't catch the nuances that you want to catch when talking to people. So what they did was a sort of an ChatGPT powered interview to pull information from you as a human, to answer questions and follow-up questions, etc. And then from that transcript from that interview, pulling things to make both a survey and getting the sentiment. So I think that was a novel, cool idea. But again, the technical height of it when it comes to information management isn't that great. So of course they will have a tough time winning with a product like that. But good, best of luck to both of those. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. I will be back with some more traditional MDriven videos talking about stuff later today. Thank you.